Everything was just going so well. We had a great topic, great substance. We had suicide, mental disorders, different perspectives. It was going so well, and then it got ruined because everybody came for Adrian again for no reason.
Oh, come on, bro. Shut up, bro. Come on, bro. Like, life ain't sweet like that, cuz. What are you talking about?
On top of that, anybody who watches Line, right? Anywhere you go.
You know what, Adrian? You can't say that. Not everyone has that, though, bro.
I get what you mean. He's trying to say the service is available. That's what he's trying to say.
I want you to be aware that you're saying this is selfish, this is selfish.
No, I said those two situations were selfish. Don't pull the comments out of context, please.
Hey guys, it's Murad, Merali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Now I'm filming this video at a different time. I'm filming a couple of hours after the episode, so in the night, 1 AM to be precise. The reason why I'm doing so is because I have my exam at 10 AM in the morning. But the reason why I watched the episode and I've actually reviewed it is because my exam is on suicide and eating disorders. So best believe I'm about to go in on this review. I think obviously hats off to Bkchat again. They're attempting to make great topics that should be asserted into our society in terms of communicating, and I felt a great sense of togetherness when everybody was talking in the beginning, and I kind of liked where everybody's coming from. And Esther was talking about mental health, and you know, no shade, no tea. I didn't think she worked in mental health. This girl does everything. I thought she was a makeup artist, but now she works in mental health. She was talking about chemicals. I would have liked her to have used the right terminology, which is neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine. These are 3 neurotransmitters that are in the brain, and low levels of serotonin, low levels of norepinephrine, which are 2 neurotransmitters, help to cause depression, suicidal behaviors, which are mood disorders. And then we have dopamine, which is highly related to motivational factors, which can enhance suicide, etc., which is more so related to other disorders. I would have liked people to have used the right terminology. That did not happen, which is a bit of a shame, but it's fine. It's not a big thing. Maybe it's just me. But she talks a lot, and she talks a lot of great sense, perspective. We don't know what's going on in people's minds. I really like the way she spoke, and hats off to Esther in this episode.
Don't have anybody who don't have anyone to lean on, who believe in their head. If I die today, I haven't got no one that's going to miss me. That's what they believe.
People think I hate her or Lucas. It's not really. They both talk nonsense, and they both talk nonsense in association with each other. That generally happens in all the episodes. However, this episode, I felt like she was talking some sense in that, and I liked it. I really did. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude, but there are some YouTube comments that I'm reading on the actual show, and it gives me laughs. Like when someone said, let me read the comment. When someone said that why is Reva looking like a bin bag? I had to die. Like, no shade, no tea, but that comment made me laugh. Some people on YouTube are just too rude. They're just too, like, my chest. I was like, oh my god. Reva looked good. No shade, no tea. Reva looked good. I feel like Reva was preaching, coming off Reva, she was talking about how we have this power to get suicide, you know, to get to this point. Why don't we channel this power?
I'm going to end my life. It's the same power that you can use to channel and then say, okay, let me fix up 1 or 2 things.
And to turn it against it, oppose it, and to work to become better people. Now this was a different whole stance that I didn't personally think someone would raise that point as a great point, but they did, and I really like the way she put it. She always talks in a very manner where she's preaching on and all this power, and everybody just listens. She has great control of that room. Not even just having central position, but when she talks, everybody just listens. They listen to what she says. They know she's gonna come with some truth. The respect is there. Let's get on to Nunu, because I was like, rah, my girl Nunu is coming through.
I did my research. We should educate ourselves. I did my research. Like, rah, it makes sense now. What these people are going through.
This girl was making sense. She was talking the most sense. One of the most people, like, sometimes we don't know what people are going through. We assume we do because we see things, we categorize things, we put things into boxes, we think we know what people are going through, and therefore we act on those actions. But we have to remember that we don't know what everybody's going through in life. We don't. I'm glad she kept on placing that as a point for people to understand and comprehend.
Them and say, you know, it's not their fault. Same thing as someone who took their life. It's not their fault. I'm not going to say they're being selfish in that situation.
Lucas was making points in regards to how it can be seen as selfish because you can't do it to your parents, you can't do it to your family, and in that regard it can make sense. But at the end of the day, something might be happening to you that you feel you just can't be in control of it. One thing people did not put into place into this debate, which I was upset about, is that some people in this world desire suicide. Yes, you heard me right, a bit weird. Some people want to die. They want that suicide, and it is a process. This is the interpersonal theory of suicide, which professes that we need to reach 2 psychological states in order for suicide to happen. The 2 states are perceived burdenless. This particular state reflects that we feel we are no longer worth more, or we are worth more to our family if we are dead. People feel like that. And the second state is social alienation, where interactions fall completely, and social alienation would deplete if there's celebration or tragedy in our lives, because we all naturally come together in that particular form. And suicide can be seen as a process, as that we desire it. And this idea of self-preservation, which is known by the opponent-based theory by Salman in 1980, this particular theory professes that when we no longer are responsive to one particular stimuli, it does the opposite effect. Let me elaborate. So once you constantly have injuries or constantly have things bad happening to you, you become normalized to it. You habituate yourself to these particular reactions, and therefore you are no longer shifted or scared by the idea of suicide because you're used to it. This is the interpersonal theory of suicide, and this brings a whole different perspective as to how people want suicide. They desire it. They see it as a big thing. They've conditioned it and associated with the way of ease of access. And people are saying it's easy way out, but they weren't going into detail as to why people think easy way out. This theory I propose to you guys is a theory that really gives you access to suicide and what it is and what it's about. Another theory that no one failed to mention was the volitional motivational theory of suicidal behavior, which argues that there was a complex of factors: social, psychological, cultural, environmental factors, and they all work together. It's a tripartite model which shows that diathesis and environment and stress events can lead to entrapment, can lead to suicidal ideation, which is the wanting to die, and then the attempt to do so. I feel like a lot of people didn't mention these particular formats. I feel like that could have happened because it could have cleared out the thought processes for people debating, number one, and number two, it could have helped with the audience as well who was watching it. But one thing that kind of irritated me, if you think about it, before we get into this Adrian mess, is we have people like Lucas and everyone's talking about how, you know, the social media, we're on this, we're on that, we're on this, but we don't appreciate each other, we don't listen to each other. Now, when Riva was saying that, no shade, no tea, I was about to cry because it's true. Like, I was getting sensitive because it's true. We focus on this all the time. We don't focus on each other and getting to know each other. But I was thinking to myself slyly, if you guys want to preach this, why aren't you doing it in the debate room? That's the real tea for today. Why aren't you guys demonstrating the behavior that you are attempting to profess? That's what I'm keen to understand. You want to appreciate each other, forget the phones, forget social media, be appreciative of each other, but you're very easy to dismiss people on the episode. Very easy to, the way Gogo said to Adrian, your point is bullshit. No offense, and I don't mean to be rude to you, Gogo, but I took huge offense to that. You do not in any regard say to a particular person you are debating with that your point is stupid or not valid, because that will only intensify anger, emotions and reactions, and it will lead to nowhere, and it is not an act of maturity in my opinion. Some people on the show or whatever, they might, not gonna lie, the majority of people on the show have contacted me personally. They've said they love my reviews or whatever. I don't mean them, but some people say, oh, why do people come for Bkchat? Why do people come for this? It's like, well, look at how people act. That's not how you debate. Like, sometimes people, like, you don't go to someone and say your point is bullshit, because it really was not. Everybody went the way. Let's get into Adrian now. Hold on. Everybody was very quick to jump on Adrian, and I did not like that.
Point did I say I'm talking about every person who commits suicide? I gave two specific examples, and I was elaborating why I feel.
He was not generalizing. He was talking about two particular situations. I was confused in my head as to what he's doing. Why is everybody jumping on him? Why is Lucas ready? Why is everyone shaking his head like some rabbit? Why is Gogo looking sideways and, calling his point bullshit? I don't understand. Riva understood where he was coming from because she couldn't understand it. Now, maybe it's just me, but I feel like Riva is evaluating and analysing this whole situation of Adrian being a victim and the boys who side she's going to choose, and I feel like she's kind of looking and just analysing everything. I just see her doing it sometimes, I just peep it. But what we need to see is that this is a sad factor. Bullying is still proceeding in this, and in the teaser review I said we can't call it because we don't know, but we can clearly see it. It's disgusting, it's sad. You don't regard someone's point as bullshit. What you were saying is that suicide has been glorified on social media, and that point is true. So it went over all of their heads yet again, and they decided to capitalize on particular points for no reason.
Yeah, hold on, wait.
What's this guy talking about?
But to justify hatred, I want to say hatred, but feelings of negativity towards him, and it was rather disgusting. I didn't like it at all, and it made me feel a bit, weird and off-putting. He was only talking about two situations. He was not generalizing to so many situations. So why is everybody jumping on him? Why is there bullying going on? Because I'm tired of it now. I'm actually tired. I'm like, the way Lucas was huffing and puffing like some wolf, I'm like, you better huff and puff because I'm waiting to see what you're going to do. Because this type of behaviour cannot be tolerated. He wasn't doing it to an extreme mode, but it's like, I can see you getting to that point. That's all it was that kind of irritated me. The reason why I like this episode is because it brought out some truthness in a lot of people, which I liked. Omar talked about his own personal problems.
Took its toll, innit? Now, I remember sitting there on the edge of my bed with a blade to my wrist, innit? and I was like, yeah, I'm about to do this, right?
And that kind of touched me as well. I'm glad they brought about that. Noor as well, but her eating disorder to an extent. Turned down south when they were coming for Adrian, which was not needed at all, because he was talking about two situations that everybody wanted to be jumping and talking nonsense. I'm just not here for it. So, you know, Lucifer was annoying me. Eggplant, she made some good points in this particular episode. Like it was good. I'm glad. But this girl's been working as a mental health worker and a makeup artist. What's next, please? Are you working in a school? You're a pilot. You're a doctor. Child, I don't even know. But you know, it was good. Reva made good points, but she kept quiet this episode, which I realised. But suicide was a very tough topic. Corey was piping in there, making good comments.
Being African, you kind of learn to grow up being thick-skinned, being tough, and...
Let's get into Ramla. Boy, this is going to be a long review. So much happened in this episode. Ramla was crying.
I just said to her, with hardship comes ease.
And she's talking about a particular situation. I'm glad it wasn't anything about the cast, but you know, it is quite sad to see that. But like I said, it was a personal topic. It brought out the best in the majority of people, which I kind of liked. You kind of gain that connection. You build that bridge with the characters. You build that bridge with Omar and the fact that he went through that, or with Nunu, or now with Ramla and her situation with her friends. You know, it's quite sad having someone in bed telling you that, and you just break down. You don't know what to do. She just came across very truthful. It was good to see. So some characters, overall, great episode to an extent, because you got to build that bridge with some characters. Yet again, we have people like Lucifer, who's coming for Adrian for no reason. Even Eggplant was trying to join in and support him for no reason at times. I didn't like that, despite the fact that she was making good points herself in terms of mental health working. You know, but what I would have liked to improve it is use terminology, use the right models for suicide or so forth, add some form of like an educated matter to it, so people can understand and go and the particular points into a more better manner. Hats off to Adrian for sticking to your guns, which I kind of liked, similar to what Ramla did in the last episode. Hats off to you guys for doing that. Let me know what you guys think of my review. Hit me up on my Snapchat, my website, my Instagram, and my Twitter, please. The details are all below. And if you like my reviews, guys, please subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and I will most definitely catch you guys soon.